Hi, I'm Bruno from RailsBilling, and I'd like to show you how to create a Stripe subscription integration for a Rails app with just one command. We'll use the Billing Subscriptions gem, which is available on RailsBilling Standard Plan, which I already purchased. Okay, let's switch to the console and create a Rails app using all the default options. Now I'll create a minimal user model with just an email column. So, the only thing that you need to do before installing Billing Subscriptions gem is to create a model like account or user that has an email attribute. So, let's install Billing Subscriptions gem now. Once you purchase a license, like I did, you click the Copy Install Commands icon. Let's paste those commands. As you can see, it's just two bundle commands. The first one adds a RailsBilling.com gem server token. The second one adds and installs the gem from that source to your app. Okay, the gem is now installed. One of the big features of RailsBilling is that it installs in minutes, and it's a one command setup. And this is that command, so let's run it. The important thing here is to specify the model that will be our subscriber. It's the active record class with an email attribute. In our case, we chose user model. The generator ran and it added a number of files to our project. It's mostly Vue files that we'll see shortly, but let's first complete the setup. First step is installing Stripe's official CLI tool. If you're on a Mac, run the provided brew install command. Next up, you need to create a Stripe account and add your credentials. By default, we use Rails credentials, but environment variables are also supported. I'll now switch to existing Stripe account dashboard and take the credentials. I'll add these same credentials to development and test Rails credential files. Our next task is checking the sample plans that were added to your seats file. These are, of course, sample plans that you edit for your particular application. Do note that all prices are specified as integer in cents. So, for example, 9_00 is 900 cents, which is $9 US. The default currency is US dollar, but you can easily change the default to any currency supported by Stripe. Multi-currency is fully supported. For example, you can have plans in dollars, euros, and Japanese yens all side by side in a single app. Our plan names are Standard, Pro, and Enterprise, defined for monthly and yearly intervals. And then all the plans have the base features, and higher plans enable some of the high-value features. Our app will use these sample plans, but it is expected you change everything here based on your application's business needs and pricing. Let's migrate the database and seed it. The seeds will idempotently create the plans both in Stripe and in local database, and you can see the results logged to the output. Next step is handling user authentication. I'll just use the current model for this demo. It's a standard for Rails apps. It simulates login with the last user from the database. So there's no cookies or login screens, it just takes the last user. Note the line with user.billing.find_create. It ensures our user subscriber is created on Stripe. I'll now create a user with a random email address that we'll use for our demo. Let's now see what we got. The instructions say we can access pricing, subscribe, and billing pages. So let's start the Rails server first. Note that we also automatically listen for Stripe webhooks when Rails server process starts. In development, Stripe webhooks can be processed without any background job workers, like in our case. It's similar for production as well. You do have to run background jobs in production, but the gem is robust and accepts payment even if your background job processes are down for a couple minutes or even for a couple hours. Now that we have a Rails server running, let's first check the pricing page. It simply lists all the plans we defined in DB seeds RB with some light JavaScript for behavior. Note that both intervals and plans are implemented as simple radio buttons. Now, let's check out the subscribe page. This page actually reuses the pricing with intervals and plan columns. On this page, the selected plan gets submitted to the server after filling card details. So, let's check another big feature, global payments. That applies specifically to European 3DS or second factor auth for payments. I'll use the test card that triggers authentication module. What you see right now is Stripe's test model for authentication. In production, you see bank's instructions for confirming your identity, for example, via text message. I'll confirm the payment and we now have a subscription. By default, a user is redirected to a billing page, but it is expected you customize this so a user is redirected to a page where they can see what they subscribe to. Okay, let's check this page. It has 4 sections. Plan upgrade section, then comes the list of invoices with an upcoming or future invoice, card section where a user adds or replaces a card on file, and lastly at the bottom a customer has the option to cancel a subscription. We rounded up all the pages and it is now your turn to customize these pages and routes to a bespoke solution for your app. Everything we saw is standard Rails code and even a junior developer can easily work with it. Let's now explore one last scenario where a card is declined on subscription renewal. I'll add a new card that declines all payments. And now we have a problem. How do we simulate a subscription renewal? Do we have to wait a month in front of a computer to see what happens? Of course not, and RailsBilling has a simple solution. In Rails development and test environments, you can do time travel. So you advance time for your specific subscription and see what happens with it in the future. Okay, I've switched to Rails console and I'll do user.last to fetch currently logged in user, then billing.subscription to access user subscription, then advance time. This operation takes up to half a minute, so I'll speed it up. But basically, we invoke an API call to Stripe and they're now advancing time on their end and sending any webhooks events while doing so. So you can see right now that Rails logs show activity which is processing those future events. Okay, it's done. We'll see what happened in the app. I'll refresh the page. And now you can see the banner at the top of all pages rendered from the application layout. It urges a user to add a new card. And after we do that, the outstanding invoice is paid and the subscription is resumed. Hopefully this small feature along with time travel demonstrates the intention to cover all the scenarios. It doesn't matter if it's small or edge case, RailsBilling addresses it as a first-class feature. And really, the goal is to make this gem enjoyable to work with, just what you'd expect from Ruby and Rails.